Once upon a time, in an all too familiar land, there lived a young queer who buried his head in the sand. Although it seemed he had all his heart desired, our queer was in denial, closeted and uninspired. 'Twas the dawn of a new decade, with change in the air, when out swept a virus from which all must beware. Our queer lost his job, lost his purpose and his home, leaving him dimeless, with nowhere to roam. With very little choice, and just sorrows to drown, our queer packed his bags and journeyed hometown, knowing deep in his psyche he must reveal what's inside, for in a country town, secrets have nowhere to hide. As he pulled in the drive, he was greeted from afar, his parents social distancing. It was very bizarre. He climbed up the stairs towards his childhood room, 14 days quarantine till he could safely commune. And as the days passed, nostalgia kicked in. His old habits and hobbies came out from the bin. There was baking and sewing and donning a dress, construction and reading and music to express. Though ashamed of his secret, these memories made it hard, for each of them slowly made him let down his guard. With one sleep to go, how could he possibly emerge? With what quarantine had revealed, our queer's anxiety surged. He went down for a nap. It was all he could do. His mind was a mess. Our queer was down. He was blue. How was he to love all these parts of himself, both feminine and masculine? They wouldn't return to the shelf. And just as he put his head down for a rest, his queer eyes closed, his hands pressed on his chest, his subconscious arose, each hobby taken form, as each fights for their place, so our queer can be born.
Fellow representatives, lend me your ears.
My ears?
2 secs, hun.
What now, Arthur?
Not again.
G'day, g'day. As you may have observed from the depths of the unconscious,
No need to rub it in.
our dear queer only has 1 day left in quarantine.
Yeah.
How thrilling.
And he still hasn't come out to his parents.
Oh, surely they know by now.
What?
Our queer is gay. She always was a quick one, wasn't she?
He's in quite a state. Particularly now that you've all started venturing your way back into the conscious mind.
So it's our fault then? It was so tempting, Arthur.
You try being stuffed away in the unconscious for as long as I have.
Yeah, Arthur, it's okay for you, Mr. I've got the conscious mind to myself all the time.
I'm not saying that there isn't a place for each of us in the conscious realm.
Then what, Arthur?
But,
There's always a but. Sure is, Will. Careful.
gentlemen,
Hear that, Will? I'm a gentleman.
there certainly isn't a place for conflicting representatives.
Hear.
Oh. So, unless we can all learn to coexist, there can only be one of us in the conscious realm at a time.
That'd be right. I knew I could never trust you, self-servant. Will, that's no way to speak to Arthur. He works tirelessly to keep the conscious mind in order.
I would like to remind you, Evelyn, that Arthur is my husband, not yours.
Not now, Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
Please, this isn't time for us to rally against one another. It's an opportunity for us to work together as one.
Hear that, Will? We could be one.
Shut it, Liberace. Our queer needs our help. Not just mine, all of ours. He's been so very tempted by each of your visits to the conscious realm these past 2 weeks.
Oh, I did love seeing him in a dress once again. It brought back many fond memories.
And while I've managed to keep things afloat for some time, his mental health is at an all-time low.
I knew something wasn't right when all he wanted to sing was Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Well, if you ask me, all he needs is a cup of concrete and to harden up.
Oh, you can harden me up, Will.
Careful, Marvinella. Well, enough.
Yeah, Will, no one likes a big mouth. Said no one ever.
Careful, Marvin, or you'll be damned to the unconscious for as long as I can help it.
But I thought he liked us, Arthur.
He does, Evelyn. He likes all of us. But shame has the power of doing all kinds of things to the conscious mind, including repressing each and every one of us.
We need to stop this shame fellow.
Indeed we do. And that's why I need your help. I've tried fighting shame off for years, but the intellect can only hold it at bay for some time.
I'm not one to pick fights. Sorry, Arthur. Oh, come on, Ease. Don't tell me that you and Babs haven't relished in an opportunity for a quick tiff.
It's not something I'm proud of, thank you, Marvin. Nor I. Perhaps think of it as not picking a fight, Evelyn, but preparing your needle and thread for the journey ahead.
You always had a way with words, Arthur.
So, can I get a show of hands from all those in favour of taking arms against a sea of shame and restoring our rightful place in the conscious realm? Wonderful. Now, we don't have much time to prepare. Our queer has only gone down for a nap, so he'll be waking up again soon.
You mean we have to plan all this now?
It's our only chance.
So what do you need us to do, Arthur?
No job is too big or small, Arthur. Well, we need to begin preparing our queer's coming out.
So he is gay then? Queerer than a tube of glitter at Mardi Gras.
So, keeping in mind that our queer only has one more sleep to prepare.
One sleep?
How would each of you like him to conduct his coming out?
Well, in my incredibly vast, well-rounded opinion, I was thinking a modest 20-piece orchestra, followed by a song and dance.
Oh, heavens, Marvin.
Oh, and I'd love for him to don that little pink number again.
Oh, yes, I helped him make that.
I'm not sure he'll still fit in that, Darla.
I could help with some alterations, if you like. And don't forget the biodegradable glitter.
Oh, let me take care of that, Marvy.
And while you're at it, Eve, you wouldn't mind letting it out an extra inch or two. I was planning to bake the dear boy one of my cakes, and I know how prone to binge eating he can be. I don't blame him with your bacon, Barb. It's the best in the realm.
Oh, stop it, Will. He's right, Barb. None of us will ever forget those agricultural show ribbons you helped him bring home year after year.
Please, you're making me blush.
You're giving my rouge a run for its money, Barb.
Oh, and don't forget those award-winning balsa wood horses that Will helped create for the merry-go-round cake.
I wouldn't forget them for the world, nor our quiz, top of the class in woodwork. That's to be commended too. Cheers, Barb. Oh, and Will, how about you create a nice new cake board?
Oh, and a cane for the dance number, pretty please, Will.
Yeah, no worries. Well, that's that, it seems.
Oh.
Now, all we need to do is...
What just happened? The lights have blown. Sit still, Will. I'll blow them back on. It's the conscious mind taking over. Our queer's waking up. Link arms. All of you. Let us go as one. Wait for me, loves.
Always, hun.
And remember, let's keep it this way. Hear, hear. Anyone fancy a scone for the road? Oh, yes,
Oh,
please.
pretty please, Babs.
I'd adore one.
Cheers, Barb.
That'd be lovely, Barbara.